If you ask a 10-year-old about how do they solve greenhouse gas problem, what would they say?
Most of the time, they'll probably say reduce greenhouse gases by not using any fossil fuel transportation. Well, they're not wrong, but there's something that these children often miss, and one of them is the farm sector that produces the same amount of greenhouse gases compared to the transportation sector.
According to this graph, we can see that the beef cattle produces 70% of enteric methane, 22% of manure methane, and 70% of nitrous oxide. Now, to remind you how dangerous global warming is, we have lost around 20% of Amazon forest due to the land burning to open up more space for these cattle farms, and that's a double punch in the gut. According to the BBC, 20% of that burned down forest now has become the net source of CO2 gas emission. This increase in CO2 gas impacted the global temperature by 1.09 degrees Celsius.
Another impact can be seen in China, where extreme winter has occurred due to the increasing amount of CO2 gases worldwide. This extreme weather affected people's activities. If we don't stop the carbon emissions now, then obviously more extreme weather events will occur and will cause tremendous amounts of casualties.
Therefore, we provided our solution for this problem, which is artificial meat. And here's how to make it. Firstly, we need to prepare all of the ingredients for the artificial meat itself. There are 60 grams of hemoglobin from beetroot, 113 grams of tempeh, 4 grams of coconut oil, 70 grams of soy protein, 60 grams of sunflower oil, 5.69 grams of garlic, 5.69 grams of salt, and 32 grams of water. The next step is to mix all of these ingredients, and with all of that done, you have our version of artificial meat. Now, this sounds easy to make, but believe me, we tried 10 times and only this recipe almost matches our expectations. Now, you may think that this is just another common artificial meat project, right? Well, there's a catch. We tested it through Biochem lab about how much nutrition is inside our sample and is it edible? And here's the result. The total calorie is 261.9 kilocalorie per 100 gram. The moisture is 54.39% by using gravimetric method. The total fat is 18.1% by using Sauce-Flit method. The total protein is 14.24% by using kettle method. And the total carbohydrate is 10.51% by difference. And the last 2.76% is just ash. These tests prove that our samples almost mimicked fresh cow's meat. You can see the comparison in this picture. Now, I have another question that proves that artificial meat is an important invention. What do you think is the part of energy efficiency in this project?
We all know that in our life, plants get energy from the sun, and we, as humans, get our energy from the plants. But we eat animals too, and animals get their energy from plants. Each line represents a whopping 90% energy degradation. Therefore, animals as a middleman aren't as effective as we just eat straight from the plants.
All of these benefits add up and make a huge change just not by eating meat. Now, at the end of this video, we must admit that our version doesn't have the same exact taste as a real beef. But we claim that eventually, with the right tools and the right ingredients, you won't be able to tell the difference between them. Lastly, I'm Sidarta Setio and my partner Immanuel Intan. Thank you for your attention.